Presented today by the Emir of Hadejia, Alhaji Adamu Abubakar Maje Haruna, Royal Fathers from Jigawa, from especially Hadejia, Gumel, Kazaure, Ringing and Dutse, and also the friend and personal friend of Alhaji Lamido, Emir of Maradu, my lords, spiritual and temporal, esteemed and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this occasion as I call upon Sheikh Yusuf Sambo Regachikum and Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka to please lead us in prayers so that we supplicate to Almighty our God to guide and bless this assembly as we are about to probably assist and probably witness Alhaji Lamido, former Minister of External Affairs and former Governor of Jigawa State, as he unfolds his autobiography. Alhaji Yusuf Sambo Regachikum, is he here? Bishop Kuka, well, may I then oblige former what? Alhaji Madubiu, is he here to offer prayer? Please. It could have been easier to, no problem. Or may I oblige the former Senate President, Chief Anyim Faiz Anyim, to please lead us in the Christian prayer. Please. Can we rise for a word of prayer? Father, we thank you for you have given us this day. We thank you for the life of our friend and our leader, in whose honor we have here gathered. We commit this event to your care. Guide the entire organization from the MC to all those that are going to speak. Let them speak in wisdom and in grace, to the glory of your name through Christ Jesus. Amen. Alhaji Madubiu. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Jazakumullah. Your Excellencies, esteemed and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege, Dr. Bala Muhammad and myself, to be comparing this august occasion as we witness the unveiling and presentation of the autobiography penned by Alhaji Lamido former Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister under President Olusegun Obasanjo, and also two-term Governor of Jigawa State. The occasion is being chaired by General Abdusalam Abubakar, who has now delegated Professor Tahiru Jega, a renowned academic and former Chancellor of Bayero University, Kano, who studied political science at Ahmadu Bello University and started his teaching career at Bayero University, earned scholarship and earned master's and PhD degrees from Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, United States of America. Professor Jega has had this sterling academic career, holding various positions including Director of Center for Democratic Studies and Training at Mambaya House, the former abode of the late NEPU and PRP leader, the sage Malam Aminu Kano, may Allah rest his soul. The professor was the dynamic president of the Academic Union of Universities, ASU, from 1988 to 1994, was appointed Chairman National Electoral Commission, INEC, in 2010, where he successfully conducted the 2011 and 2015 general elections. He presided over perhaps the most difficult collation center and collation period of the presidential election with tremendous tact, maturity, and patience and wisdom, which saved the nation from what could have turned out to be a tumultuous palaver due to the tantrums of Peter Godde Orudede on the occasion. But Professor Jega saved the day. He is a research fellow, senior research fellow at Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, a visiting research fellow in political science at Stockholm University in Sweden, visiting fellow at St. Peter's College, University of Oxford, a visiting scholar at George Mason University, USA. He was also a visiting fellow at Patrice Bladwig School of Government at Oxford University. Professor Jega is well regarded as an academic, and he is currently a member of the International Elections Advisory Council. My respect and honor to call upon him to speak on this occasion as the representative of the chairman of the occasion. The representative of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Honorable Minister of Education and National Orientation, the special guest of honor and former President of the Federal Republic, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former Vice Presidents here present, Your Excellencies, former and current governors here present, Your Excellency, the author of the book we are here to unveil today, Alhaji Lamido, Royal Fathers here today, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I stand on the established protocol. It is a unique honor and privilege to be asked by the former President or former Head of State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Abdul Salami Abubakar, to represent him at this event. I welcome you all to this on behalf of the designated Chairman, General Abdul Salami Abubakar, who is unavoidably absent, although he wished to be here personally and who requested me to represent him. I don't know whether he requested me or directed me to represent him. A special welcome to the special guest of honor and all the excellencies gathered here today for sparing the time to be here to participate in the unveiling of this remarkable autobiography, Being True to Myself, written by a distinguished, passionate and patriotic Nigerian, an elder statesman in his own right, an iconic and indefatigable advocate of the poor masses, from the NEPU PRP tradition, and dare I say, the late Malam Aminu Kano school of thought of radical politics in northern Nigeria. Today, we witness and welcome another valuable addition to the growing list of books written by key players and actors in Nigerian politics and governance spaces. In this regard, by a person who has virtually seen it all and done it all since the Second Republic. As a member of the House of Representatives 1979 to 83, as a chairman of a political party at the state level and secretary at the national federal level under the General Babangida Transition to Civil Rule program, and as a foreign minister and subsequently as a governor in the Fourth Republic. Without preempting the book reviewer, I venture to say that in this book, Alhaji Sule Lamido has tried to say it all, forthrightly and passionately. As good autobiographies are expected to do, he has given us, the readers, a rich personal account of his life, offering us a unique perspective on his background, experiences, challenges, triumphs, and post-facto reflections and analysis. Being True to Myself is full of insights and wisdom, as the author navigated his childhood memories, career path, life trajectory, and personal lessons from his private and public relationships and life experiences. Indeed, as the title suggests, in reading the book, Sule Lamido comes across as genuine, authentic, and honest in conveying his thoughts and feelings in a simple, though not simplistic way. Indeed, in being true to himself. Alhaji Sule Lamido deserves commendation for this courageous effort of putting pen to paper in the tedious process of producing a book worthy of the name, which adds remarkable value to our understanding of not only his background and experiences, but also to our enriched understanding of the dynamics as well as the trial and tribulations of politics and governance in Nigeria. It is my hope that in the points of view it conveys, in the facts it presents, or some people may say misrepresents, in the controversies, if any, it may generate, being true to myself would inspire many other actors and activists in the Nigerian political and governance spaces to also write and publish more books, which would enable us as citizens to have clearer understanding of what is the true nature and character of our politics and governance, what the key challenges are requiring serious attention, and how best to collectively apply our energies and resourcefulness to addressing these. We all have a role to play to forge unity, engender peaceful coexistence, and contribute to progress and development in our country, Nigeria. The better informed we are, the better the chances of our collective contribution toward sustainable socio-economic development in our country. Once again, on behalf of the designated chairman, General Abdul Salami Abubakar, I welcome you all,
special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to this public presentation of Being True to Myself, written by Alhaji Lamido. I wish us all an exciting event and fruitful public presentation of the book. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Jiga. Incidentally, Professor Jiga has just been appointed by President Bola Tinubu as his advisor and coordinator of presidential livestock reform. Jiga is today representing General Salami Abubakar. Your Excellencies, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Peter Obi, who has come into the hall some time ago. Mr. Peter Obi, the former immediate presidential candidate of the Labour Party. Also, His Excellency Mr. Lear Imoke, former Minister of Power and also Governor Cross River State. General Tukur Burutai, Alhaji Ayale Ahmed, Alhaji Isa Ashiru Kudan, Colonel Balamande, Senator Kubula Dodam Marke, and Senator Bello Hayat. Senator Haruna Manu is representing Taraba State Governor on this occasion. We also welcome you, sir. It is now my honor and privilege to acknowledge, respect, and mention the two-time leader of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a successor to General Murtala Mohammed. General Obasanjo fulfilled the promise taken at the beginning of that interregnum and handed over to civilians in 1979. As a democratically elected president, Baba proved to be a leader who succeeded in shaping the political landscape of Nigeria. He, from the onset in 1999, President Obasanjo promoted peace, he promoted social cohesion and inclusion in governance in Nigeria. President Obasanjo chalked up remarkable achievements in terms of reconciliation and laudable socio-economic development programs in Nigeria. The sage and venerable persona, President Obasanjo, is highly respected worldwide, being a man of his words. Since leaving office, he has continued to serve as a moral compass of this country and even the conscience of our nation. He has refused to keep quiet in the face of happenings and often points our missteps by his successors. Baba abhors injustice and is a believer and ardent crusader for good governance, especially probity and accountability. President Obasanjo is always a rallying point for societal righteousness. He has this abounding faith in people like Sule Lamido with respect to uprightness and selfless service to community, and the feeling, I dare say, is mutual between Sule Lamido and Baba Obasanjo. Please allow me to say that President Obasanjo is resilient, indomitable, irresistible, dependable to speak the truth any day. My honor and privilege to call upon him to give his keynote address on this occasion. Sir.
Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highness Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the author. Master of ceremony, I thank you, but you shouldn't have gone all that long way that you have gone. You have said that as you more or less concluded that I was almost as radical as Sule Lamido, or Sule Lamido was almost as radical as myself. You will have said it all. And thank you very much. Sule, I don't know why you have to bring me here again. I thought after I've written the foreword to the magnificent work and book that you have written, you will have excused me from any other ordeal. But being who you are, insistent, persistent, you brought me here, even though I had to cut short my event abroad, looking into the issue of the DRC, Democratic Republic of the Congo. As the representative of the chairman has said, I learned a lot about you when I read the book to write the foreword. Particularly your upbringing and your childhood, which was, for me, very instructive. But I didn't know you in the days of NEPO and the successor party to NEPO. We came to know ourselves when we came to be in government together. And now did our paths cross. The chairman of our party rightly, I believe, has an idea of who the vice president should be. I also have an idea of who the vice president should be. We try to reconcile our two ideas, and we settled. And when we settled, we decided that my candidate will be the vice president and the chairman's candidate will be the foreign minister. I don't know what you are clapping for, but that is the truth. But then, the chairman's candidate, who will agree to be the foreign minister, declined. And then the choice of Sule Lamido as foreign minister became my responsibility, because I saw him as the closest, or one of the closest person to the person who has declined to be the foreign minister. And Sule himself said to me, because when he met, after he had become foreign minister, I will come back to that, I met the British foreign minister, Secretary of State, I think they called them, Honorable Cook. Honorable Cook asked Sule, before your president made you foreign minister, how long has he known you? And Sule is our candidate. Well, said, I don't know, well, if he has known me, I haven't known him. And Honorable Cook said, he made you foreign minister without knowing you. Either he's a crazy fool or a very clever guy. Well, it's now up to Sule Lamido to choose which one I was. Sule Lamido has admirable character, and I admire him. When I appointed the ministers, because I did not want a situation where a minister would do something wrong, and I would want to say, look, Mr. Minister, thank you, you can go. And there would be problem. I said, all my ministers should give me undated letters of resignation. Sule Lamido came to me and said, you appointed me, and I did not ask you to appoint me. You think I will fall? You appointed me, and I didn't ask you to appoint me. But any day you find me unworthy of the assignment you have given me, give me 5 minutes, I will give you my letter of resignation. But please, excuse me from giving you undated letter of resignation. I acceded to his request, and of course, he didn't have to give me a letter of resignation and I had no cause to ask him to give a letter of resignation. But I want to emphasize the difficulty or the difficult situations that we were. So remember, Nigeria has become a pariah state. So we had a lot to do both inside and outside. Of course, the inside has to be good for us to be able to have the right impact outside. But Sule Lamido was the agent of the outside. And anytime he went out, I wanted to know what the reaction was, what impact we were making, how we were changing or not changing the impression of the outsiders about Nigeria. And Sule did such a magnificent job. Such a magnificent job that within 3 years of our coming to government, the Queen of Britain and the Queen of the Commonwealth actually came to Nigeria to participate in the choke-up that we had. And that was actually the greatest indication that we had now been accepted, no matter what the past was, that we have now been accepted by the international community, in Africa, in the Commonwealth, in the United Nations, and everywhere. Sule, I thank you at that time, but on this occasion, again, I will thank you for the great job that you did. Well, Sule left, and I left later, and Sule became a governor. Again, Sule didn't allow me to rest. I had to visit. And I visited you more than one location. And on each occasion, you made me see what you were doing. You made me go around. And we discussed not only the issues pertaining to your state alone, but the issues pertaining to Nigeria, and indeed to the job you had before foreign affairs. Again, as a result of my regular visits to you, I could say without any shred of doubt that you performed adequately as a governor. So, of course, no difficulty for me to write a foreword. Well, what should I say at this point? As the representative of the chairman said, you are now an elder statesman in your own right. I think what I would say is the young shall grow. And the young is growing. So in fact the young have grown. But then your job is not finished. Because the Nigeria that you and I were working for, we haven't got there. And I believe it's the responsibility and the duty of all of us to make sure that we get the Nigeria of our dream. That lies the continuation of your work and the continuation of all the elders and all the former colleagues that are there. Our job is not finished until it is finished. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I think we need to give another round of applause to Baba for the belief that he has for us of the job that lies ahead of us in Nigeria. Your Excellencies, esteemed and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I make bold to say that the symbiosis and the cordial relationship between the father and the son is very obvious. Sule has got this remarkable, unapologetic, unalloyed loyalty to Baba, President Obasanjo, for the trust and confidence he has reposed on him and continued to show for him. And Baba also believes in people like Sule who get their brief executed faithfully and to the true billing that they are supposed to do. Esteemed Assembly, I wish to recognize the presence of His Excellency Umar Namadi, the Governor of Jigawa State. You're welcome, sir. Right, Speaker, Jigawa State Assembly, Right Honorable Haruna Aliyu, Senator Ibrahim Hassan, representing the Vice President Ahmed Alhaji Ahmed Mohammed Makarfi, Alhaji Attahiru Dalhatu Babarawa, Major General A.T. Jibring is representative, the former Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Salihi Magachi. He sends his regards to Alhaji Lamido. Alhaji Ahmadu Ali, former PDP chairman, is also here. His Excellency Liel Emoke, Alhaji Isa Gerawa, Senator Aliyu Modebo, Senator Shehu Sani, Dr. Salamatu Hussaina Suleiman, former Minister of Women Affairs, former Minister of State Affairs, currently Chairman, National Human Rights Commission, His Excellency Mohammed Hassan Dankombo, former SEF, Mr. Babachir Lawan, you're all welcome to this occasion. The next item on the agenda, Your Excellencies, is the book review. And to do this is a partner and comrade in struggle, with Alaji Sule Lamido, with whom they exchanged banters. The banters usual between the Fulani man and the Tibman. And even when he was inviting him to do the book review, he extended that banter, and Dr. H.I.U. accepted. Was Senate President in the Third Republic during the NRC-SDP era, and was elected senator, and eventually became president of the Senate. But he was opposed to the interim government arrangement, and that cost him the seat because he had to be impeached because of his belief or his disbelief in the Ernest Shonekan government. Currently, he was chairman of the PDP. Dr. Ayu studied at Amaechi University in Zaria and the University of Jos. He taught sociology at the University of Jos. Dr. Ayu is well regarded and well respected by the Tiv community. Just like Sule Lamido, Dr. Ayu played a significant role during the Jos Convention, which saw the emergence of Baba as the presidential candidate of their party. Dr. Ayu served various capacities as minister in President Obasanjo's government in the ministries of industry, environment, and internal affairs, where he ushered in the national identity card. He also served as Minister of Education under the government of General Sani Abacha. One thing led to the other. Dr. Ayu leaving for the PDP, he joined AC, heading Alaji Atiku Abubakar's 2007 presidential bid. Dr. Ayu became PDP National Chairman 2021. Today's book reviewer, Dr. Ayu, is an affable gentleman, held in very high esteem by many, and he is a respected academic in his own right. You are welcome to deliver the review of the book, sir. Okay.
The representatives of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Minister for Information and National Orientation, my boss, President Obasanjo, the chairman of the occasion, my academic colleague Atahiru Jiga, who represents the former head of state, my two vice presidents, my brother Atiku Abubakar, and my classmate and friend Namadi Sambo. My Fulani brother, who left cattle rearing to come and be writing books, Sule Lamido. All other protocols duly observed. There are too many dignitaries here, so let me not waste time with too much of protocol. Reviewing a book of almost 500 pages is not an easy task, especially as it relates to an equally complex human being like Sule Lamido. So whatever I present to you today is basically an appetizer, and also to encourage you to read the book. It's a big book, but when you start reading, you can hardly drop it. The book, Being True to Myself, is an autobiography that chronicles the life and times of Sule Lamido. Sule offers us an insight into his childhood in Bamaina village, that is in Jigawa State, his basic schooling in Birnin Kudu and Barewa College Zaria, his working life and rich political career. Bamaina, where Sule was born in 1948, was a small agricultural village inhabited by Fulani cattle rearers. His father and uncle were the administrative and spiritual leaders of the village. This conferred on Sule a privileged status as a village prince. As he puts it in the book, I was born into a life of affluence, but I grew up with a tenacious sense of empathy towards the less privileged. This aristocratic cattle rearer was fortunate to escape the bleak life of cattle rearing when the then Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi, forced his father to enroll him in Western education schools, first in Birnin Kudu and later Balua College Zaria. This began the transformation of Sule Lamido from a village prince with a narrow world of view to a pan-Nigerian nationalist. Mixing with Nigerians from different backgrounds, particularly in Barewa College, and teachers from outside Nigeria, young Sule expanded his view of the world. After Barewa College, Sule entered the University of the World, first as a railway engineer. Sule, when you read the book, you will understand this engineer Sule. Later, as a police recruit, a tobacco salesman, and finally, as a seller of sweets. Those of you who are old enough to remember Trebo, which was produced by Chris Leb. These jobs took Sule to various Nigerian towns: Zaria, Bauchi, Maiduguri, Lagos, and back to Kano. Life in these towns offers Sule real-life education. He related to people of different ethnic and cultural nationalities, different economic status, and different political orientations. Interestingly, it is in Lagos where he shared a building with Sponge Nepal stalwarts Malan Lawan Dambazao, Audu Dambarnu, and Alhaji Zama Gashwa, that Sule first encountered Nepu ideas and political philosophy. As fate will have it, when Chris Leb authorities posted Sule back to Kano, he again shared quarters with Nepu activists. This began Sule's journey into politics. As of then, northern Nigerian politics was dominated by Northern People's Congress, controlled by people of aristocratic pedigree. One would have expected Sule, who was a village aristocrat, to join the MPC. But the chance encounters with Nepu activists activated his childhood tenacious sense of empathy towards the less privileged. Hence, Sule later joined the offshoot of Nepu, the People's Redemption Party, and became one of its prominent leaders. Sule quickly worked his way from local party organization to an elected member of the House of Representatives on the PRP platform. Sule was attracted to Nepu PRP principles of justice, fairness, human dignity, and respect for human rights. This has remained the cornerstone of his politics. Character of Sule. The Nepu philosophy of social justice and Islamic upbringing, Sule believes strongly in his own Islamic teaching, underpins Sule's character in thought and in practice. Apart from his fierce and eloquent defense of the underprivileged, Sule courageously and fearlessly stands up against what and those he perceives as oppressors and tyrants. Only Sule could tell a powerful Inspector General of Police to his face, "Who are you?" Only Sule could boldly tell a military president to his face, "Sir, you must resign and leave office." Only Sule will refuse to sign a post-dated letter of resignation, a precondition for serving as a foreign minister under General Obasanjo. It is this same courageous and principled character that Sule took to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where he bluntly refused to be dictated to by both the American Secretary of State, Madeleine Albright, and Robin Cook, the British Foreign Minister. Sule took on powerful ministers from both emerging and Western nations and insisted that debt forgiveness must be included in a community at their meeting. They caved in and they included the issue of debt forgiveness, which was the cornerstone of the Obasanjo administration. Back to domestic politics. Sule Lamido presents a passionate account of our collective struggles against military dictatorship. From a nucleus of 9 patriotic Nigerians that opposed General Abacha, Sule remained an active participant as the group grew to 18 to 34 and later midwife the People's Democratic Party, the party that eased out the military and stabilized democratic rule between 1999 and 2015. In all and development. After a somewhat rocky start, owing to the toughness of the inevitable reforms that he has embarked upon, we are now entering an era of intended beneficial outcomes underlined by macroeconomic stability. Have there been some pains accompanying this effort? Of course, yes. The President himself will be the first to agree, but he remains resolute in his commitment to introducing programs and policies to alleviate these pains and make life better for all Nigerians. Take the example of the tax bills, which will hopefully be signed any moment. This is intended to grow our revenues, not just for the federal government, but also for the subnationals, while also taking care not to impose additional burden on all taxpayers. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the kind of president who pull off the seemingly impossible at all times for the benefit of all Nigerians. I will close by saying that President Tinubu welcomes constructive criticisms at all times. Of course, we have seen that come to play all the time. This is in the spirit of the freedom of speech and democratic engagement. But he will also never allow himself to be distracted from doing what is right for Nigeria. On that foundation of what is right, will build a country that will work for everyone, regardless of age, creed, gender, religious, or political affiliation. This is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope is all about. He is a man who, like the author himself and the celebrant, always true to himself and true to the most important ideals of this great country of ours: justice, truth, peace, and shared prosperity will continue to be his watchwords. This is, of course, the message of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And on this note, I will recommend this book to students, to scholars, to journalists, and to fellow politicians who will find this instructive in many ways.
I thank you for your kind attention, and I once again congratulate the irrepressible Alhaji Sule Lamido for this literary milestone. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you very much. That's the Minister Information National Orientation on behalf of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because of lack of time, there are so many people who would have loved to present or launch the book, but only 2 people have been asked to do on behalf of all the others. Dr. Benga Hashim, a former presidential candidate, and His Excellency Dr. Peter Obi. These 2 gentlemen will be invited to also present the book. While they are on their way, Dr. Hashim is on his way. While they are on their way, Barrister Larry Akinyola is representing His Excellency Babatunde Raji Pashola. Professor Abdullahi Yusuf Rubadu, ES National Universities Commission and former Vice Chancellor of Lamido University, is also here with us. I recognize Honorable Maki Abubakar Leman with his brother Honorable Alasa Adodogwa. They are together, and some of them have been presented. His Excellency Sharif Abdullahi, His Excellency Damisi Sango, Joe Agi San, Ofiong is also here, and His Excellency Hassan Hayat. Finally, Honorable Mukhtari Yarima, Member House of Reps, Taroni, Federal Constituency. Your Excellency, Benga Hashim, please come and present the book. And Your Excellency, sir, maybe you will come closer so that immediately you can do it. Thank
you. His Excellency, the former President, Baba, our Baba, the writer, His Excellency Sule Lamido, former Vice President Waziri Adamawa, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me make the protocol very short because we've spent so much time already. It's good to be a person of character. Money will fade away, but character and integrity will live after you. The writer today is a person of character who loves Nigeria deeply, and we had that from Baba, our former president, who said he only knew him in 1999. I've known him for over 30 years as a political associate. We struggled together in the period of opposition to military rule. The day we were launching the PDP, we traveled in his car to Mina in that V-boot, I still remember, and we talked all the way. So I can say for sure that everything that he wrote here is true to his character, and I want to recommend to all of us to support him very seriously. Nigeria needs this kind of example to get to where we want to be, as Baba said already. On this note, I will make a purchase of 5 copies for 5 million naira. God bless Nigeria.
And thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency Peter Obi, sir, please come forward. The Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, is also here with us. We welcome him very well. The Chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and Governor of Gombe State is here with us. And the Right Honorable Amin Waziri Tambuwal, my good associate, is also here with us. Your Excellency, sir, please.
Your Excellency and our former dear President Obasanjo, the Chairman of the occasion, and our former head of state, our president being represented, the former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, and Sambo, let me very respectfully stand on all due and existing protocols. Mine, I think it was a balancing that my father-in-law did, because actually the author is my father-in-law. Whenever I say, people will wonder how. While he was in Kanu as the area manager of HC Chrysler, my father-in-law was in Lagos as the area manager of HC Chrysler. So they are Chrysler family. And I know I bought a property in Lagos as a trader from HC Chrysler. So that's my connection with him as a trader, not as a politician. Thank you for trying to enrich us with your book and everything. And it's good that people write so that we can learn a lot of experience, because what I've learned from you is quite deep. And it's one man who made me to travel all the way into Jigawa. When I came to Jigawa to meet him, I said, I'm in the capital. He said, he's in his village. I must come to the village. And I drove from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night into the village. And I can say Jigawa is safe. Your Excellencies, the traditional ruler and the chairman of council, thank you for the good work. I have nothing to launch. All I can say is that my humble contribution is already in your account, because you gave us the account number and I've paid my own. So you will see it there. I can't launch when my leaders are here, but you will see it. Once you leave here and open the account, you will see that the book is there. I will also buy some for the universities, various universities, which that will come separately from my launching today. Because we need students in school to read about people like you who have walked the journey. So you don't think, oh, you just leave school, you become governor, or you become president. There's a journey to it. Thank you and God bless you.
And thank you very much, Your Excellency. Just in case there is no time, please fill in the form and give us the place so we can announce it here. Dr. Nuruddin Muhammad, former Minister of State, Foreign Affairs, and owner of Sawaba Radio Hadeja, he has launched the book, 5 copies at 1 million naira each, total of 5 million naira. Please send it to us, we will announce here. And then Senator Yakubu Lado Dammarke has also launched the book, 5 copies for 5 million naira. Thank you very much. Please continue filling the book and the form, and then we'll be announcing it. Now is the time to invite His Excellency the Governor of Jigawa State, Malam Umar Namadi, to come and do something on behalf of the government of Jigawa State. After him, the 3 former governors of Jigawa State who are here are nominating one person to come and do the needful for them, and then His Highness the Emir of Dutse is also coming up. Sir, Your Excellency, please. And we apologize for the brief protocol, Mr. President, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Your Excellency, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, former Vice President, Your Excellency, the author of this book, and the former Governor of Jigawa State, Your Excellency, the Chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and the Governor of Gombe State, former Senate President, the Chairman of the Wikejian, our Royal Father of the Day, His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, ably represented by the Emir of Hadeja, the Chairman of Jigawa State Council of Chiefs,
Your Royal Highness, the emirs here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today's occasion is a Jigawa occasion. And as the former governor of Jigawa State, is somebody we cherish and is somebody we respect. Is an elder statesman who laid a very good foundation for the growth and development of Jigawa State. We thank you very much for that. Therefore, for this, on behalf of the government of Jigawa State, we are purchasing 50 copies of this book at the cost of 50 million naira. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. 50 copies for 50 million naira. The Right Honorable Speaker, Dr. Abbas Tajuddin, has asked Dr. Halim's Deputy House Leader, who is representing here, to come up and give a pledge. Honorable Halim, sir, if you could close. The three governors of past governors of Jigawa State, I would like to know whom they have nominated. His Excellency Alisa Burnugudu, please, sir, you may come up. Thank you very much. They have been asked to also look in the eye of His Excellency Muhammad Inua Yahya as the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum, and if he smiles at me, I should invite him to come and do the needful on behalf of his colleagues. And then the former governor of Sokoto State, Right Honorable Aminu Wazir Tambol, now a senator, on behalf of all the former governors, you can look left and right and decide what to do on their behalf, inshallah. Yes, listen, huh? Yes, yes.
Your Excellency, our former President, General Obasanjo, our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Information. Permit me to observe all protocols because of want of time. Mr. Speaker, Dr. Tajuddin Abbas is hereby represented by my humble self, the Deputy Majority Leader of the House of Representatives. He asked me to ensure that, yes, every member of the Parliament, especially the Green Chamber, has a copy of this book. And he told me I should inform the gathering distinguished honorable, distinguished invited guest that he will announce on the floor of the chamber that every member of the assembly is going to purchase this book at a fixed rate, and that will be communicated to the book author. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you very much, sir. Your Excellency Alisa Adburnukudu, please. Just a moment. On behalf of the array of former governors of Jigawa State.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, former Vice President seated here, Excellencies, the governors of our respective states, former Senate President, our eminent traditional rulers, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, I stand here before you as a brother to Governor Sule Lamido, whom has been my leader, my mentor, and my role model in the last 40 years. I'm humbled to be nominated among former colleagues, former governors of Jigawa State, to represent them here and make a modest announcement to purchase 10 copies of the book for 10 million naira, 5 copies of which we want to be delivered to Lamido University Library in Kasin Hausa. On the final note, I want to congratulate him for this wonderful work, and I wish him many more years in good health and all the best things. He would really pray for himself. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
And thank you very much, Your Excellency. From Bauchi State, the Governor, Dr. Bala Abdul Qadir Muhammad, he has sent in 10 million naira. 10 million naira. Alaji Lawal Abdul Babra, 1 million naira for a few copies. Dr. Muhammad A. Mago, on behalf of the Lamido Cabinet members, 2007 to 2015, 2 million naira. The Honorable Minister of Education, former Professor Rukaya Rufai, 5 copies for 2 million naira. And Senator Dalladi Sankara, 10 copies for 5 million naira. 109 copies for 20 million naira by the author's younger brothers and children at the Senate. This is signed by Senator Abdul Mingi on behalf of the senators. 109 copies for 20 million naira. I have been asked to call on Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi to come and do something. Sir. Before he arrives, Barrister Hajia Aisha Dangani, 1 million naira. She is a community leader in Kano and in Nigeria. His Excellency, Governor Rabi Musa Konkaso has also launched a copy, 10 copies for 1 million naira, and I will ask Honorable Amaechi to please speak.
No, I want to know, is it launching or speaking? No.
Launches, sir.
No. Goodwill, exactly. That's what he invited me for. So don't force me on money issues. I don't deal with money. He knows 2 of us are the same when it comes to money. Your Excellency, the President, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the Presidency, President by the Minister for Information, our dear Excellencies, the former Vice Presidents, distinguished former Senate Presidents that are here present, there are quite a number, former Speakers that are here present, Your Excellencies, the former governors who are here present, our leaders who are here. The protocols are indeed too many that I will take your time. Indeed, because there is no time, what I wanted to say about him will be cut short. We were quite good friends when we were in government. We had our bad times that we disagreed. I made the mistake of assuming that he was as radical as I was. So he was one of the governors I clinged to when it came to radical decisions. And I will tell you one of the things. There were several things that happened in course of our friendship. The last one, before we broke ranks, was that we agreed, all of us agreed to go against President Goodluck Jonathan. And we formed a committee, governors and all that. At the end of the day, he was to find a new party called SDP. We said if we go to the new party called SDP, we will lose the election. Let's hang on to this one called the APC. He disagreed and he left us. That's the only place we disagreed. Now, I will tell you what happened again. One element I called him as a friend. I have been asked to be chairman of Governors Forum. He said, God forbid, you can never be chairman of Governors Forum. And I said, why? He said to me, you are too radical to be Governors Forum chairman. You can never be Governors Forum chairman. Again, I told him, whether you like it or not, I will win. And I won. I became Governors Forum chairman. He indeed spoiled me a lot. He was one of the instruments that made me Governors Forum chairman a second term. And I will tell you, when there was huge disagreement about voting, he led us to go and vote. He didn't mind if the other group walked away. If he didn't stand up to vote, maybe that day we would not have voted. Because he stood up to vote, the rest of us went ahead and voted. And the other people led by Akpoti-Uduaghan, also joined to vote. At the end of the day, to their surprise, I won and became Governor's Forum Chairman a second time. The final one I will tell you, I visited him in his state. He asked me to come and commission projects, so I came. The School of Nursing you're talking about. And I repeat, I am here to see if any governor has surpassed your achievement in Jigawa. I've told you in private, and I have told my friends from Jigawa, maybe they will surpass you in future. For now, I doubt if any. So we went to commission project. I was so scared of Boko Haram. And then I had a good security outfit in River State. So I told them I'm going to Jigawa. They moved in an APC to Jigawa. They moved in 2 white men to Jigawa. They moved in some vehicles with security outfits, everything. He said, you're coming to Jigawa with this. Are you a president? I'm calling President Goodluck Jonathan to report you that you want to be president of Nigeria. I said, look, don't report me to the president. I'm just scared that they will finish us here. He said, nobody will finish. I said, I doubt you. This man took me in a crowd of over 1,000 persons, and we were walking. And I said to God, this man wants to kill me. Supposing there's a Boko Haram person here with a bomb that wants to kill all of us. He said, these are his people. At the end of the day, we commissioned the School of Nursing. The only thing I enjoyed that day was I was able to sleep in a quiet place in your guest house. And if I said I didn't enjoy it, and the rest, I visited you more than 3-4 times when they invited me. I thank you for that. I thank you for the fact that you spoiled a lot of my decisions as Governor's Forum Chairman. Because yes, you are radical. You thought you were not as radical as we were. But we've discussed Nigeria in detail, and we thought we should move forward as a country. I asked you this morning, what is going on currently now in Nigerian politics? Could it have happened when we were governor? The answer is no. And you said no. We will confront the government. We will confront the president. You know that. That's how radical we were. That's how our governor's forum was. That's how determined we were to change things. But I don't have to forgetting that. I wish you the best. I will make my contribution to you privately as 2 radicals. As I announce it, no, they will think I have money. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister and Excellency Governor. 10 copies for Taraba State Government at 5 million naira. Signed by Senator Haruna Manu, representing Dr. Agbo Kefas, the Governor of Taraba State. Then Architect Muhammad Namadi Sambo, His Excellency, former Vice President, 3 million naira for a few copies. And then Ambassador Umar Ilya Damagum, Chairman of the PDP, personal capacity 5 million naira. Right Honorable Amin Waziri Tambuwal, I have been asked to invite you. Okay. His Excellency, the Governor of Gombe State and Chairman Northern Governors Forum is here with us. On behalf of all the service.
Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Minister of Information. Your Excellency, the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, former Vice President, other Excellencies here present, our Royal Fathers, members of the National Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. Let me just align with the existing protocol and on behalf of the Northern States Governors Forum, I hereby commit us to 50 copies for the sum of 50 million naira. In addition, or buy 10 copies for the Gombe State University at 10 million naira. I wish you all the best, Your Excellency, and we pray that we have more of you, and we pray that Allah in His infinite mercy will give you a long life and prosperity. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amin Tambuwal. Before he arrives, Right Honorable Alasan Ado Dogwa, Northern Regional Caucus of the House of Reps, 5 million naira. 5 million naira for 6 copies. And 5 copies for 1 million naira on behalf of the former staff, Jigawa Government House, 2007 to 15, signed by Honorable Musa Hadeja, a retired farmstead. After Right Honorable Tambuwal, I will ask Honorable Farooq Adamaliu on behalf of the Lamido family to come forward. Thank you very much. Mr. President, ably represented, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, other great leaders here present, the celebrants, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I was instructed to speak on behalf of former governors. Several of them are here. After due consultation, we have agreed to purchase 100 hard copies for 20 million naira. I've been asked by my friend, Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, to purchase 20 copies for 10 million naira. Alistic Ama University, Sumaila, 10 copies for 2 million naira. Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. MashaAllah. Honorable Yusuf Saleh Dunari, 3 copies for 1 million naira. Honorable Musa Ashoms, Commissioner of Youth and Sports Development, on behalf of the Governor of Plateau State, His Excellency Caleb Mutfang, 5 million naira from Plateau State. Thank you very much. Honorable Farooq Adamu.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. The President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, the former President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, former Vice President here, my leaders, may I, on behalf of the entire family of Alu, donate 10 million naira. Thank you.
10 million naira from the Lamido family. My honor and privilege to call upon His Royal Highness the Emir of Dutse, Hamim Nuhu Sunusi, to come and pledge on behalf of the Emirs of Jigawa State. His Royal Highness the Emir of Dutse. Deji Adeyanju, 1 million naira. Senator Bello Hayatu, 2 million naira. Allah taimaki sarki. Allah taimaki sarki.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellencies, Your Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the 5 emirates we have in Jigawa, Hadija, Kazauri, Gumel, Ringim, and Dutse Emirate, we decided to purchase 25 copies of this educative memoir at the price of 5 million naira. Thank you very much.
Allah taimaki sarki. Allah taimaki sarki. 1 million naira. Lawal Garba, member board of trustees, Barrio Old Boys Association, 1 million naira only. Your Excellencies, the special guest of honor, the representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, esteemed and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the high point of the other aspect of the high point of this occasion, when the author of the autobiography, Alhaji Lamido, will now come and move the vote of thanks. Whatever be said about Alhaji Lamido has been said severally by His Excellency President Obasanjo, has been said excellently by the representative of General Abdulsalam Abubakar, has been excellently said by the Honorable Minister for Information and National Orientation on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all other speakers. So it is now my honor and privilege to call upon him to come and thank one and all for coming here to witness the formal launch and the formal presentation of his autobiography, Being True to Myself. Machi Abubakar Leman, 5 million naira. Machi Abubakar Leman, on behalf of myself and other 10 members from Jigawa State. Machi Abubakar Leman, 5 million naira.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, Mr. President, represented by Minister of Information, my Baba, my political leader, my everything, the chairman of the occasion, represented by my very good friend, a scholar, a PRP NEPO man, my partner, Professor Jiga, my elder brother, Wazir Adamawa, my younger brother, the Honorable Namal Sambo, the emirs of Hadeja, Moradun, Lafiaji, and Dutse. Indeed, I don't know whether my friend or servant who reviewed the book, the Munchiman who told me that I'm a very Fulani man. Sauke, Oro, One. Other distinguished guests here, Assalamu alaikum. All men of gratitude goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his endless bounties and blessings for sharing our lives to see this day. I can never find enough words to express my profound gratitude to my boss, my political leader, President Obasanjo, for all he's done to me and continues doing. Evidence of his love, trust, and confidence in me is clearly manifest in the inspiring forward he wrote for this book and his physical presence at the lunch today. Baba, I sincerely and profoundly thank you. May God Almighty endow and bless you with abundant health, wisdom, joy, and well-being. I'm grateful to General Abubakar for so many reasons. Though not here physically, he has been a source of pride to me and many Nigerians for his professional truthfulness and service to our nation. His word is always his bond. Besides, Abdulsalami has never turned down my request on any matter. His instantaneous acceptance to serve as chairman of today's occasion is a veritable testament to my assertion of the generous appreciation of my work in his eyes. Unfortunately, he is held up in London. He appointed a worthy representative in the name of Professor Jega, a distinguished public servant and scholar who did a superb job as chairman of the occasion. I don't have to have to thank my friend, or are you my servant, the Munchi man who reviewed the book, Professor Ayu. Dr. Ayu, I do my head for you for the comradeship and all the trials and tribulations we both shared these years. Being true to myself could never seen the light of the day, but for the patience, resilience, tenacity, and remarkable tolerance of the able and terrible team who sometimes have to live up with my continuous restless and agitated disposition of moving or replacing this aspect of the book's narrative or that which I felt was more appropriate. Professor Nouman Habib, Dr. Samaila, and Musa Habib, I thank you very much. On that note, our friend and leader of this particular team, Professor Wakili, died before the book is completed. May his soul rest in peace. The powerful organizing committee, comprising a very versatile, dynamic, knowledgeable, and untiring and dedicated persons, has done a wonderful job. They have been very assiduous for several months, which has resulted in the resounding success we have all witnessed here today. The media subcommittee has been up in steering such a nationwide buzz, which used to have tickled many compatriots and made them eager to read for themselves what being true to myself would entail. My gratitude to your excellencies, your highnesses, and other brothers and sisters gathered here for finding time to be here with me. Before I end my remarks, I would like to appeal to the President, President Tinubu, to close the chapter of June 12th. In his book, General Babangida revealed that Abiola won the election. He said that. When I went to him, he said that Abiola, the election was said because Abiola was being owed 45 billion naira. And therefore, he became the president, was going to pay his the money. So it means Abiola is being doubly punished. He has his own presidency and also his own money. So please, tell the president, please let him pay to Abiola family the money for which he has been suffering, for which he has been his own presidency, for 5 billion naira. It's very, very important. Once this money is paid, that will be closed. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. General Alwali Kazir, 50,000 naira each of 25 copies. Thank you very much. Alaji Mustafa Magashi, on behalf of General Bashir Salihi Magashi family, he has bought 10 copies for 1 million naira. And MD Rara Agro, Abdullahi Rara, 3 copies for 1 million naira. There is another pledge of 5 million naira from Senator Haled Dano, Sardauna Nduse. Now, as we are here, we will ask the author and President Obasanjo and His Excellency the President to stand here, and we'll do the national anthem while they are speaking, but it's an opportunity for a photo op. And the representative of the Sultan and the chairman of the occasion, yes.